But ultimately, to understand that the universe values every single experience that you have. Your soul values every single experience that you have. So whether you're sort of living in a sense, sort of acting out your free will within this domain, maybe egotistical desires versus the desires that you chose for yourself before you were born, nothing is judging you. Your soul is not going to suddenly, when you sort of reunite back on that level of consciousness and have that unified sort of experience with soul, the soul is not going to think, okay, where's my list? Okay, look at all these indiscretions. You're going to receive quite a spanking tonight. It just doesn't work that way. Your soul is not going to judge you. The universe is not going to judge you. So, let's get this out of our heads right now. I think we've been so conditioned by the church and so conditioned with society to sort of judge everything, especially ourselves. But ultimately, we're all very good people, and we're doing the very best we can with the knowledge that we've got and the resources we've got available to us. And there's not a single thing that I think you can invalidate about your existence, your life, up to this moment. Everything you've done in your life has led you up to this moment. Maybe you don't like who you are right now, but ultimately, your higher self, your soul, is not out there judging you for the things that you've done. This is a virtual reality system. Yes, it seems very real, because from this human perspective of consciousness, we're in the game. We're playing the game. And of course, it is very real. From this perspective, I can assure you, you'll look at it in a completely different way, a completely different light. When you get into these astral planes, in between lives, and sort of take up residence in one of these non-physical cities, and sort of lead a whole new life and completely forget about the life you left behind, it becomes a sort of a cosmic joke. There's an out-of-body explorer, I'm reading his book at the moment, and one of my favorite lines from his book, he writes, "All tragedy is comedy." And I was thinking, okay, where's he going to go with this? And next he reports that in an infinite sort of existence, that sort of infinite nature turns everything into a cosmic joke. So maybe here you are on physical Earth, you run up all sort of debt, gambler, the taxman's after you, you owe tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds. And you've got all those worries on your shoulders, and then one day, boom, quick, you're dead. And you find yourself in the astral planes. And then suddenly you realize, you're dead. You know you're dead. There's no mistake. You haven't sort of vacillated in this in-between sort of, first dimension outside of physical reality. You're in the afterlife. You know you're dead. Maybe you were approached by a few angels to say, hey, come over to heaven. You're like, oh, maybe, no, I'm a bit of a gambler. I'll stay away from there. So you go and explore the afterlife. And you get really sort of involved and distracted with the afterlife. And you get a new life, basically. At some point, the dream of this fades completely. That life you were so emotional about, so completely attached to, so bent out of shape about, doesn't even register on your radar anymore. The dream has faded. It's gone. It's stored. The data was downloaded and stored here. You're here. You've completely forgotten about it.